Hey, everybody. Welcome to Mood Hacks, and I hope you are having a rad-tastic day so far. And if you're not, well, buckle up, buttercup. We're about to be in a better mood. Today's mood hacks are around the holidays. I had a listener ask me for some advice to remove blocks around the holidays. She usually has a Christmas spirit, she says, and this year she is just blocked. And somebody had told me that I probably need to do a mood hack around Christmas because I'm a Grinch. I am a Grinch. I really don't like Christmas. And so my friend said, you should do a mood hack around Christmas because you hate it so much and maybe you can be nicer about Christmas. Okay, here's reasons I don't like Christmas. Just to get it off, I'm not perfect, right? But I don't like decorating my house in little plastic tiny pieces of shit. I have a perfectly designed space, and then I have to move everything around to fit a dying tree. I feel like that's terrible. I hate that all these trees are chopped down just to die. We need trees for oxygen. And they suck all the carbon dioxide out of the planet. Why are we chopping them down and putting them in our houses? I just don't like it. And then you have these little pine needles everywhere. Invariably, one of those stupid plastic Chinese ornaments has glitter on it, and you've got glitter everywhere. The colors red and green are so incredibly atrocious that they were specifically planned to be Freddy Krueger's sweater in the scary movies, because that is the scariest color combination to our eyes. I could go on. I'm a Grinch. I'm telling you, but that is not what we're here for today. I am not trying to bring you down and get you to hate Christmas as much as I do, because I also hate the lights that everybody puts on their houses. I feel like the amount of energy that we're burning in this country to put lights on our houses could power villages without said for an entire year. I think it's cuckoo bananas, a whole bunch of it. But this is about mood hacks. So, when the listener said she was having a block around Christmas, I started thinking about and doing some research around why people might not enjoy Christmas so much. I know some of the reasons that I don't, but there's lots of reasons to hate Christmas. I promise I'm going to get to a mood hack. I promise you. But a lot of people are still in the throes of the beginning of SAD, seasonal affective disorder. So I think that's why Christmas, originally Saturnalia was came about. I mean, it's the 12 days of Christmas. It takes place during the 12 shortest days of the year. We need a little something to bring us a little bit of joy in this, what would otherwise be a pretty dark time of the year, dark and sad. But a lot of people actually have SAD, seasonal affective disorder, and the holidays generally do not help that. I also saw another statistic, you guys. This was very interesting. The National Alliance on Mental Illness found that 64% of people with a pre-existing mental illness, they say that their symptoms get worse during the holidays. This is a stressful time for lots of people. So some of the other reasons that people have trouble around the holidays are especially stressed out during the holidays. I'm going to give you some more of those reasons too, but then we're going to talk about hacks, I promise, to help you feel better around them. Some of these family gatherings, y'all, are tense, okay? You've got in-laws that are nosy or family members that are too nosy about what's going on with you. There are, those uncles and aunts that have completely disparate political opinions. And these can be very tense seasons, celebrations, if you will. They're very stressful for a lot of people. There's also the stress for people who are throwing these. They put this perfectionist sensibilities on themselves around the Christmas must be perfect. I mean, the food has to be perfect. Every single gift has to be perfect. And I could go off on a tangent, as I often do, about the stressors of gift giving. I mean, we really think that every single purchase has to be absolutely perfect, and it has to cost as much or more than the person gave us last year. And not to mention the financial burden just around buying these gifts for sometimes tons and tons of people. I don't know how many cousins, et cetera, you guys have. I'm lucky I have one. So it's pretty easy. And we're pretty chill about the holidays. But a lot of people have tons of extended family, and you got to get gifts for all these people and not forget anybody and make sure that everybody's is equal. And you could put a lot of financial burden on people, a lot of stress in multitudes of ways. Another thing that happens around the holidays is Christmas can really bring on sad or traumatizing memories. And anytime that a family has suffered the loss of a loved one, I mean, that Christmas is going to be very hard. That's the first Christmas somebody they love dearly isn't there with them to celebrate. And that happens to lots and lots of people. So that's just another one. Another thing is, did you guys know that as many as 25% of Americans will be working on Christmas? And that sucks. That's enough reason to be a Grinch. Everybody's celebrating warm and cozy with their families, and they're going to have to be working. So let's talk about some of the ways that we can mitigate all of these pressures that I just talked about, all of my Grinchiness. Let's subvert the Grinch, shall we? So let's talk about the family. Extended family, with stressful aunts and uncles that are going on about whatever news channel of their course, their whatever news channel that they listen to, has got them on whatever kind of diatribe that they're on, and it's polar opposite to whatever you might happen to think. Or if a particular family member is just loud and obnoxious, there's so many ways and reasons to be annoyed by those nearest and dearest to us. And the mood hack for that, you're going to get a lot of mood hacks this one. So the mood hack for that one, when you're in these forced family gatherings, is imagine that let me rephrase this. Be grateful for who those people are, because everybody on the planet has to be someone. And sometimes just being grateful that you don't have to be that person can really lend a lot of compassion to who they are and to hanging out with them. I have a particular person that I know, and anytime somebody mentions this person who's a very stern person, very regulated and heavy, and every time somebody mentions that person, I say, oh, I love that guy. And they're like, what? And I go, I do. Because everybody in the world's got to be somebody, and he is taking one for the whole team, so none of us have to be that guy. He's being that guy for all of us. So that lends a real sense of levity around the situation. Another thing that you can do is to think about each of these people. You know them very well, and you know what their childhoods were like, and you know the trials and tribulations that they've been through. Maybe they've been through divorces, and they've battled cancer. They have particularly traumatic childhoods, possibly, or they have the unhealthy eating habits or living habits that make them not as susceptible to joy as you, and ease and grace, and kind of lending more compassion around people's struggles. My good friend said, we're all just wounded warriors, and there's nobody that's perfect, including you, including me, including all of our family and friends. So if you are in these situations with them, you can just employ more compassion towards them. That will help a great deal. And lastly, on the same tip, is just play a fun game with yourself. This is a fun mind hack that you can do around stressful family dinners over the holidays. Is what do you have in common? Try to come up with as many things that you have in common to talk about with any and every one of these people, and try to get them talking about things that they love, that are not annoying, you know? Maybe your racist uncle really likes building little ships and bottles. Talk about that. You know, try to find things that you can connect on and that you can appreciate about them, or at least crack up about, and get them excited about topics that are not incendiary. Now, about gift giving. Let's mood hack that. That is so freaking stressful. They did another study and they found that only 35% of people actually enjoy shopping for presents for their loved ones, because we've made it a to-do list as opposed to an opportunity. I personally, that's another reason that I'm a Grinch about Christmas, because it's like forced giving. I'm expected to do this thing, and so it becomes a chore. Where through the rest of the year, gift giving is 100% one of my 5 love languages. I absolutely love giving presents and receiving presents. But I don't like doing it over Christmas. I don't like people telling, you know, I don't feel like forced to go get something. Then it's not so special. Here's a sweater, whatever, you know, here's some cozy slippers. But I'll send you like a hand-drawn little piece of art that I commissioned off a street artist of some place that I know is near and dear to you and your heart. I'll send you a coffee mug with some risque saying on it or something, because it's going to make you laugh. I'll send you a hairbrush that I think you would really like for your type of hair. I'll send you a perfume that I smelled that makes me think of you just throughout the year. But during Christmas, it's so lame. So here are some hacks around that. I'm going to tell you what I'm doing this year. This year, a couple things. My parents and I both decided to mutually gift each other a donation to mercybeyondborders.org, which we all know I'm a big fan of and supporter of. And that was so thoughtful of my parents to suggest that. And they actually donated to Mercy Beyond Borders. And I was like, that is so thoughtful. That's the most thoughtful gift you could have offered me, because I have all the things and stuff. Like, I don't want any more stuff, right? So that was actually incredibly thoughtful. And then I said, okay, well, I want to do the same for you. Do you want me to donate to the Lions Club, where my father actively volunteers? He works his butt off over there, and or, you know, maybe the school district. And they're like, no, also Mercy Beyond Borders. And so it was like a double gift, and it was so freaking sweet. I absolutely love that. So donations in lieu of gifts for anybody that's keen. You might, you know, do that for all of your family members. Just donate a certain amount of money and then just give that information to them in a card. I think it would be very touching and they'd really appreciate it. Probably not children under 10. Got a stocking full of donations. They might not love that. But I think that you would have great success, and it would be taken as extremely thoughtful and also be helping the world. So I love that one. Another thing I'm doing this year is I'm making candles for everybody. Uncle Ed, you're getting a candle. 0 surprises. Aunt Janet, you're getting a candle. 0 surprises. Cousin Amy, you're getting a candle. 0 surprises. So if you're listening to this, guess what you're getting. I didn't want to be stressed out this year. I didn't want to think about how much money should the sweater for Aunt Janet cost. No, you're all getting candles. I'm going to make them. I'm going to make them with love. And I went to the Goodwill and I thrifted all these like random containers that are like cups and mugs and all kinds of things. I'm going to turn them into candles with specific scents for people I love. Everybody's getting a candle. So homemade gifts are also cool too, because you can put your thought and energy into something for them. That could also be incredibly stressful for some people. Homemade gifts, right? Who's got time for that? I happen to have time for that. So I'm going to do that. But I can see that being incredibly stressful for other people. So the main point there is, if it's stressful, don't do it. Don't add more stress to yourself during this time of year. I think the biggest mood hack that is a repeating pattern of this show and the theme of how to hack Christmas for yourself to get the most enjoyment out of this. Take away your need to enjoy this. Take away your attachments to what a perfect Christmas looks like for you. Maybe you're not going to be surrounded by family for whatever myriad of reasons there could be. Maybe you do have to work. Maybe your finances are really tight and you can't afford to give the kind of gifts that you would like to give. Do not let those reasons damper your ability to appreciate the holidays. The best possible thing that you can do right now to flip how you're viewing the holidays, because I can guarantee you you're probably feeling a little sad for yourself. And there's so many reasons why the season is incredibly hard. However, right now, if you can decide for the next however many days it is throughout the entire season, all of December, if you can just focus on what you can do to help other people who are also feeling shitty about Christmas. What can you do to help somebody else that's having a hard time this Christmas and not really care about your personal experience and your enjoyment of the season? What is it that you can do every single day to bring joy to somebody else's Christmas season, which I guarantee you there are a lot of people struggling right now. And it's easy to fall into the trap of we're the only ones who are sad and really special about this because all over the media, everybody's having a holly jolly time and everybody just loves it so much. I promise you, everybody doesn't love it so much. It's really stressful for a lot of people for a lot of these reasons that I've been talking about and more. But you could have an absolutely miraculous Christmas season. And you could pump yourself up so full of life and light by starting right now to figure out what you can do every day to help somebody else have a joyous season. You could even make yourself like a reverse Advent sort of calendar. Like today, I am going to, visit somebody that is ill and can't get out of their house. Today, I'm going to take groceries to a family. Today, I'm going to volunteer at the soup kitchen. Today, I'm going to pack up little Christmas bags with toothbrushes and canned food or toiletries or etc. and pass them out to the homeless. Today I'm going to, babysit for a busy mother so that she can go out and actually get Christmas shopping done and drink some hot cocoa and take her damn time about it because it's stressful for everyone. So I think if you are struggling with Christmas, I think the greatest thing to realize is that a lot of other people are too, because a lot of us don't like it. And the best, easiest, fastest way out of that is for you to focus on those people and why are they struggling and what makes it hard for them and how can you help? And you will not really be thinking about your miserable Christmas anymore. You'll take it outside yourself and you'll be helping your neighborhood, your loved ones, strangers, the planet, and it will fill you full of life and love too. So from my Grinchy heart to yours, hopefully this podcast makes your heart go 3 times the size. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah. All of it. All of it. Love you guys. Ciao for now.